Who was that auntie that came up to you? That tall one.
She is Natasha. So she's one of those, I've known her for a while, but we reconnected. You know, we created this mummies group to meet up.
Yeah.
So she's one of the mums from the group. How beautiful is she?
Yeah,
She's so beautiful.
How's her height?
That's my dream height.
This is
I wish I was
dream
that
height. So
tall.
she's a model, and she's literally modeled everywhere in the world.
So if she's a model and like Miyashka would have loved to hear that, was she gonna come for Careers Day or like was the empty seat for her?
So the empty seat was actually for another mum. She's got a 2-year-old baby, and her name is Christina. So
Did she just not say she wasn't coming?
she just didn't say that she wasn't coming. In fact, I have to tell you all about her because it's exactly the behavior that I will not want. You know, every time something happens, you all have to get a lecture for other people's bad behavior, isn't it?
Yeah.
So after the first time I met her, I was a little bit dubious about the way the interaction went. She monopolized the conversation and didn't give much of the other ladies a chance to speak. But I thought, okay, maybe she was nervous and she was over-speaking. You know, Christina's behavior over the last few times I've seen her has really upset me and doesn't sit well with me. So I go on to explain to them how rude and unacceptable behavior like that was. She said a few things that were a little bit controversial, like some stuff about what her dad did and the fact that everybody should breastfeed. And you know, I always told her I couldn't breastfeed you all because you were too tiny.
Where was this?
This was at the baby shower for Auntie Kim. And it was in Virginia, very close to Auntie Resha's house.
Okay.
But I thought maybe she's nervous. We're all meeting for the first time. She's young. She's only 26. So that was fine. Then, remember I went to Auntie Leno's event at the Pencil Club?
Yeah.
So when she came for that event, she basically insulted Auntie Leno because Auntie Leno took part in a Miss India competition and she spoke about the color of her skin and her race. Now, remember Auntie Leno's took part in the competition, which means she qualified to get into the competition.
She said that to her. To her face.
She said that she told Auntie Leno that you are very brave to enter the competition looking the way you do. And Auntie Leno was clearly offended, horrified. Let me just say horrified, as were we all. I just wanted them to tell that some people behave like that and sometimes maybe you don't have control of how you're feeling, but you really do need to try and keep it together. She was clearly offended by what was said.
She should be.
But you know what you need to learn? When you see something going wrong and somebody's reaction is, even if you mean something innocently and somebody is offended, always take note of the other person's reaction. Because at the end of the day, what you say and how it's interpreted could be different, right? No, there was no different way to interpret that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, she could have immediately seen Auntie Leno was offended, but she didn't actually react.
Auntie Leno do. It was her event.
So Auntie Leno very politely took her aside and said, "Can I have a word with you?" But she said she just wanted to speak to her because she wasn't happy with the way, a few things that she said. And it turned into a screaming match. Now, firstly, it was Auntie Leno's event. That is unacceptable. You can't be so disrespectful to somebody else in the event. And secondly, she called Auntie Leno old.
Oh.
She was just rude and disrespectful. And I was like, if any of you ever had to behave like that, really?
Do you really think now? Let's think.
Yeah.
You know, I would hope not. I really would hope not. So that was the Auntie Christina. And then she just didn't show up for the event for Auntie Tifena's event.